Alright, you're going to be my cameraman again?
Sure.
Alright, so we're
Updated.
at Alberta's. We're just going to fly and get some ponds here close to the house. We're just going to check every little spot on the map.
Takeoff.
This is the one that I wanted to look at. Hopefully, they'll allow us to run some sun. How you just cannot see very far down inside that water at all.
Yeah.
That one's obviously almost dry right now, so. But if he had come in and veered off the road or went in this way, or even came in from the other way, just to make sure that that pond, this one over here looks like it had dried up at one point in time as well.
Yeah.
This might be a little difficult to get to, but that's not to say a little murky. So if there's a vehicle setting in there, that would be shallower water, so you would get more of this type of look on the top of it over time period, depending on how a vehicle would sink into down in the muck.
Right.
Yeah, if there's some, I mean, you can see where the bank is and how low this is. If there was something in that, I think somebody would have noticed by now.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not seeing anything, so I'm not saying it's clear, it's just most likely clear.
Most likely.
Most likely. Alright, we're just down the road from Alberta's. We're just kind of moving east, just hitting all these little ponds between here and in town. Just make sure nothing there. Alright, now this one is actually close to the road. It is murky. I just don't think we're going to see anything here. No, there's no way we can call this clear. It's just
Too murky.
yeah, it's too murky. And which is the darndest thing, because one of these other ponds was clear as a bell, and this is literally less than 300 yards away, and
Yeah, it's murky.
it's murky. So this one's a little clearer, which just comes to show you, literally just across the road, you can't see anything, but this one you can actually see down inside there a little bit. So we're just moving further east from Alberta's house, checking all the ponds that are between Golden and 32. This is the back side of that. You don't see any vehicles that have been sitting in the woods for a while. You never know until you look.
That's right. It's the best way to look.
Yeah. You know, one other thing is, you're not disturbing people either.
That's right.
So.
This is great. A lot of people get very upset.
Yep. And some people don't like you, like, flying over their area, but legally, yeah,
They can do it better.
that's nothing. They own the ground, they don't own the sky above.
I've been trying to get better, wanna make it right. Oh, it's now or never, we can lay down tonight. Everything gets lost in the dark. Easy to forget who we are. Not always as scarred as it seems. Hold on to me, we're coming clean. We're coming clean.
We're on 32, just up from the bridge. There's a bend here that gets close to the road that not for sure if it's been checked or not, so we're just gonna get eyes in the sky. So it's this bend that's right here close to the road that was the most concerning. And we think this might have been searched before, but we're just double checking. Just to help give everybody an idea of scale here, we found this tire here, so we're going to go ahead and superimpose a car in the water at the right scale. So as you can see here, if there was a car down here in this water, it would take up a large amount of room. So it would stick out very easily. Even if you superimpose a car down in the deeper water, it is clear enough and shallow enough that you would be able to see it. So even though sonar is the best way to clear water, in these conditions, you can clearly see that there's no way that there could be a car in this location.
Everything gets lost in the dark. Easy to forget who we are.
As we drove south towards the Kansas River, we looked over in a tree line and seen an abandoned car that fit the description of the Dodge 600 Randy was driving that night. So we got out the drone, flew over to it. We could see that there was no license plate on the car, but there were a couple of other indicators that kind of told us that this wasn't his car. First off, the rear quarter panel, the Dodge 600 didn't have this cover that went over the top of it. Plus, we could zoom in digitally later, and we could see that it wasn't even the right make or model. So we could eliminate this vehicle right off the bat. After investigating the car and the tree line, we made our way down to the end of 142nd Street, used the drone to fly around to see if we couldn't see if there was some sort of vehicle in the water in this location. Unfortunately, we couldn't see anything. But moving forward from here, we're going to continue to use the drone to search the small bodies of water and ponds while the weather allows us to. And let me quickly explain that. What ends up happening whenever it's cold, the algae and bacteria and the things that cloud up the water in the shallow waters are eliminated, so you can sometimes see the bottoms of small ponds, creeks, and streams. So we're going to continue to do that until the weather warms up. And at that point, we're going to start running sonar and see if we can't eliminate some of these ponds and waterways. Unfortunately, sometimes these searches can be a slow, tedious process, but we're going to keep on keeping on. And hopefully someday we'll be able to get answers for the Leach family. With that being said, it's time to get back to work.